A lot has happened in my city in the sports world. Um, Basically, the Mavs have definitely renovated their house, um, for sure. And at first, I hated it. I hated it for sure. The if you haven't heard, the Dallas Mavericks have signed Jason Kidd to a head coach position, and I think his name is Nico something as a GM to kind of be with Michael Finley in a way. Apparently, this Nico guy, or like our director of operations, apparently this Nico guy was like in with Nike, so that was interesting. I didn't think that was a I didn't think Nike people knew the analytics or like the actual personnel of NBA stuff. So that was kind of it was kind of sexy, again like a Nike person, So I I only didn't like it at first because I was sold that Mosley, our assistant coach, was going to be the head coach. And I was very sold. I didn't even think Jason Kidd was a possibility. Literally the morning he got hired, the morning of the day he got hired, I didn't think Jason Kidd was going to be the coach. For sure. I didn't even think about him. And with Mosley knowing Luka very well and having like a really good bond, I was like, okay, this is perfect. Get Mosley, get someone that Luka likes, because obviously there's some weird Luka versus front office situations happening. That's very obvious right now. So I was like, all right, let's get the head coach a Luka guy and like let them just decide or fight over and like non-Luka things. But just having a Luka supporter in the front office would have been very nice. Because I don't even think Luka knows Jason Kidd. I don't think he has ever talked to this man. And Luka Doncic is the next superstar of the next generation. So it's like we got to handle this kind of perfect. It reminds me a lot about all these athletes, Giannis in Milwaukee, LeBron in Cleveland, Kobe in LA, Shaq in Orlando, where the first 5 to 6 years really dictate. They get picked by a team that isn't like crazy, so it's like, okay, we need to figure out something so the superstar doesn't leave for a bigger market and bigger just endorsements and whatnot. So I think we have definitely forward that process a huge bit, because it's like, wow, we got really panicking over the possibility of Luka leaving. Now I don't even think like that was a thing with like LeBron and Giannis and Kobe, or LeBron, Giannis, and like Shaq until like their fifth, sixth, seventh year. I can't believe it's about to be Luka's fourth year already. But yeah, it's going to be interesting with Dirk as like what our personal advisor, something advisory. They're just making up positions, honestly, at this point. Well, I know they're real positions, but sometimes it feels like they're made up. What else? Yeah, Michael Finley being like a GM help. What else? And then okay, I saw something where Jason Kidd's gonna like want Jason Terry and JJ Barea to be on the coaching staff. What is going? This is a 2011 championship reunion. This is all it is. That's all it is. And I don't like that, honestly, in a weird way. It's cute, but it's like, okay, you're saying if we didn't win in 2011, we would have had would we have the same situation? It's just like that 2011 title was just so magical that I don't know, people they just want to relive it. I saw a funny tweet. It was like, since the Mavs didn't really bring back many of the players from that championship team that next year in 2012, it's like, okay, now we're bringing him back. In 2022, that was our plan in the whole process. I thought that was kind of funny tweet, because that's basically what we're doing. That's basically what we're doing. So I'm very conflicted with all of this. I don't have really any strong opinions. Well, let's make a strong opinion right now. I'm going to get over the fact that Mosley didn't get picked, and I'm gonna like this kid pickup. I'm gonna like it because it's different than what we have been doing the last 20 years. Because like it's felt like with the Nelsons, like the Donnie Nelsons, the Rick Carlisles, the Dale, not Dale, Don Nelson, what else? It's felt like it's just very been traditional, just very traditional. And that's why I actually liked Avery Johnson as our coach during that one time period of 4 to 5 years, because it was new, it was brand new. It's like a new face. It was just new everything. And it felt like with Rick Carlisle, with Don Nelson, it was just kind of like the same old, especially with Don Nelson, and then like Don Nelson's son being our GM for so long, and we fired him as well during this whole situation. It's felt like a good cleansing, because the Mavs have not had great success when it comes to free agents. We are horrible. We are flat out horrible, because I don't ever expect players to sign here. Yet we're a top 10 market. We're a top 10 market. Yeah, we should be getting free agents, at least a big free agent at least once a decade. Especially with our superstars, with Dirk, with Luka. But I will say with Dirk, it was hard for him to team up with somebody, because I don't think he was really liked much in his career. But I think Luka is getting a lot of respect through the league right now. So that's one thing I will say about that situation. So I'm going to like it. It's very, just the fact that it's so different is what I like about it. Jason Kidd had some success in Milwaukee. Yes, when they fired him, they went on another stint, but it just feels like sometimes a coaching change elevates your team a lot, because I don't know, it's always nice to just get a refresher. It's always nice to get someone new around. And that's always been the case in just life in general. So I like it. So I'm just bummed about Mosley. Mosley's going to be a solid coach somewhere, but I do recognize that people really love Jason Kidd. I mean, he's a top 10 point guard of all time. I mean, you can't beat that. You can't. And this little NICO GM, director of operations, I don't know what his title is, but just having him around, I don't know. I just feel like the Nike clout is going to be kind of fun for some of these, these players, because you got to recognize these people are in their 20s. They don't care about the whole I've always hated when like the Mavs are in the free agent hunt. People don't like them because they don't have state tax. What normal 24-year-old is thinking about state tax? Not many. Yeah, so we'll see, man, because we need free agents with Luka. We need free agents. What's happening in Atlanta right now with, the signing of those free agents, very well. I think Bogdanovich was a free agent, and Danilo Gallinari was also a free agent. Drafting well, just teams like that are perfect. Teams like that are winning nowadays. They've always won. So yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see what happens. I think the Mavs are gonna take a big step next year, and I said that last year too. But I don't know. It's especially with the Lakers kind of declining here a little bit. I think that's a big thing. Who knows what Damian Lillard is doing? The NBA is such a mess sometimes.